Hi, Fred.
Oh, hi, Stella.
What's up, Fred? You seem a little nervous.
Well, Stella, I've always liked this church and the people in it, but I think the time has come to make a break for it.
What? Fred, what are you talking about?
Well, didn't you read the bulletin and hear Pastor talking about it? This is Reformation Sunday.
Yeah, so? I don't think that's something that should make you run away.
Are you kidding? Don't you know what reform means? Change. They're going to change us.
Fred, you need a different dictionary.
I don't need to be changed. How can you change perfection?
Well, I don't know about perfection. But Fred, reform doesn't just mean change. My dictionary says that reform is to make something better by removing the bad things.
Whew, guess I don't have to worry then. You can't make someone better when they're already the best. You might want to get moving though, Stella.
Fred, I think your ego can use some work. And although it is tempting to work on it during Reformation Sunday, we'll save that for another day.
What are you talking about?
Never mind, Fred. But today isn't about our church changing people. It's a day when we remember a man named Martin Luther in the history of our church.
Luther? Like Salem Lutheran?
Exactly. Martin Luther lived a long time ago and was a monk in the Catholic Church, which was the main church back then.
So if he was Catholic, why are we Lutherans?
Well, there were some things happening in the church that really bothered Luther. He spent a lot of time reading the Bible and praying to try to figure out what was actually true.
Well, what happened then?
Well, Luther decided that these things that bothered him were actually wrong and not what Jesus taught at all. So he wrote down all the things that he disagreed with and why he thought they were wrong, and then he nailed them to the church door.
Really? He nailed them to the door?
Yes, that's what people did when they had a disagreement with others then. They wrote up an argument. Luther nailed his argument to the church door because he didn't want the church to miss it.
Cool. I want to do that the next time I argue with my brother.
Fred. So anyway, the head guy in the church didn't agree with Luther's arguments, and he kicked Luther out of the church.
Well, that's kind of harsh. So Luther was trying to make the church better?
Yes, he was trying to get rid of the bad things that didn't agree with what Jesus taught. When Luther started sharing his arguments with others, they agreed with him, and they started their own church, which they called Lutheran.
So what's Reformation Sunday? Are we going to reform the church? Can I nail stuff to pastor's door?
No, Fred, no kneeling. Today is the day we remember our history, and we also look forward to where the church is headed. It's important that we take stock and make sure that we are still staying true to God's word.
Well, that doesn't sound so bad. I guess it'll be safe to stick around today, Stella.
I think we'll all be fine, Fred. Now we better go so we can hear more from Pastor.
Right.
Bye, everyone.